This video contains spoilers, but you shouldn't care. Just watch my video. Just watch the fucking video, man. You don't care about spoilers. Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack, the memes, the DNA of the soul. Honestly, I got nothing to add here. This is just perfection. I told you, motherfuckers. I don't know the kid who was thrown in the cage. Leave me the fuck alone. Mr. Trump, could you stop bombing us? Hey guys, what up? Today we want to talk about Metal Gear Ass Cheeks, Sons of the Pedophiles. Hey guys, today we want to talk about this game called Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This game, to put it simply, is fucking insane. Like the story, the dialogue, the memes. It's not for the faint of heart. If I had to describe Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance in 6 words, they would be unhinged but beautiful rules of nature! I fucking love this game so much, it makes me want to turn a family of 4 into a family of 437. For legal reasons, that was a joke. If you want crazy stupid action, philosophical debates over the state of the world, and memes, you are in the right place. So sit tight, grab something to eat, and let's talk about rules of nature! So Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is a character action game, or as some of you like to call it, a hack and slash game. And boah! You be cutting and slashing the shit out of a tree, a robot dog, the President of the United States of America, and a family of 4. Goes without saying that combat is the main dish tonight. You know, if the gameplay is similar to like having a nights out in a restaurant, then the gameplay is the same as the dish, and for example, the appetizer is the Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So let's talk about the combat. To put it simply, it fucking rocks. So let's discuss the combat system of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. A few days ago, I started a new playthrough to, record some footage. I think I hadn't played the game in like a few years or so I decided to play it again to get the feel of the combat and some inspiration for writing this script. I played it on hard. That was a big fucking mistake.
This can't be happening. Raiden? What is going on? Raiden, answer me! Raiden! Does it hurt?
Okay, so I either suck at video games now because I'm getting older and weak and bald, or this difficulty is fucking stupid. Like these cousins of Harambe, these tiny sons of whores, and Armstrong molested the shit out of me. Like I haven't had this level of gamer range since Malekith. Fuck Malekith! I know some of you Elden Ring fans are gonna come and say, oh, Malekith is such a good fight. Yes, you are right, I agree with you, but at the time I was fighting Malekith, my build was fucked. Like, I was using the Sword of Night and Flames, but my build was a strength build, so I couldn't utilize my stats in the best way I could, and I didn't realize that I was too stubborn to change my build, so I kept playing, I kept fighting. It took 1 fucking week, and then after I couldn't do it, I just changed my build and I could defeat him, and shut the fuck up, cell phone. So yeah, the fight is okay. Yes, I know you don't need to defend it. I fucking suck. Yes, I agree. Let's move on. But overall, it was a fun playthrough. So let's yap about it. So Raiden has a sword, a slow motion ability, the rage inside, and a thirst for the enemy's spinal fluid. The sword attacks in this game are top notch. Like this guy is wearing high heels. Look at how he's using these heels to attack. The combos are very nice. You got your standard light and heavy attack combinations, but more like light and foot attacks. You got your DMC like lock-on combos, where you have to lock on somebody in order to execute the attack. There's also the ninja run. You hold RT and run fast, jump over obstacles, and deflect bullets. I think I have a ninja fetish. So overall, the fighting, the combos, the extra abilities all work perfectly with each other and create a sense of free-flowing and calculated badassery. Damn, what a sentence. Look at me, Mom, I'm a video essayist, dude. But Maz, you didn't talk about the utility items like grenades, boxes, and RPGs. Also, there are like 3 other secondary weapons, which you can unlock after defeating certain bosses.
Don't care, still don't care, I don't care.
Now let's address the elephant in the room. Blade mode, the signature feature of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. If you ever wanted to cut everything, and I repeat, everything in a video game, this game's the right game for you. So basically you hold LT and go to town on the nearest enemy. You can cut them from whichever direction you desire. I fucking love it so much. مریض خودتی کونی احمد بد به therapy. But using blade mode during combat is not such a good idea. First of all, Raiden is stationary in blade mode. And second of all, doesn't do much damage. Plus, you are vulnerable to enemies' attacks. The ideal time to use blade mode is when an enemy is staggered after being attacked for some time. The game gives you a prompt, which is this sound, and then you use blade mode. You gotta cut this red square in order to, So the part about being thirsty for enemies' spinal fluid was not a joke. This is actually the primary way of healing in this game. Like, fuck drinking Estus flasks or green orbs. I want blood. Well, technically it's the electrolytes in enemy spines, but potato. One thing I haven't mentioned about the combat is defense. You actually have 3 ways to avoid enemies' attacks. First one is spacing, obviously. Almost all games have this feature, except for, turn-based games. The second one is a dodge, which you have to unlock, and the game doesn't even tell you anything about it. Like, what the? This is such an essential skill to have, game. Why don't you even mention it? And the third one is parrying. Let's talk about parrying. In most other games, you have a dedicated button to defense, or deflect, or parry. But in this game, since Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is fucking unhinged, your parry button is the same as your attack button. How can you even... Shut up, let me explain. So basically, you point the joystick towards where the attack is coming. Is the sentence even correct? Towards where the attack is coming at you and press the button. Cross or square or left click if you are bisexual. Shout out to this comment for the inspiration of this joke. So pretty simple concept. You aim towards the attack, you press a button. Locking on the enemy is highly recommended. If you press the button too soon, you get a simple defense animation. If you press it just in time, you parry. But honestly, I still haven't gotten around to actually learning the timing of the parry. Like, I can swear it's either busted, doesn't work sometimes, or there's something I'm not doing. Like, can you parry Armstrong? Can you parry Metal Gear Excelsus? Is it possible to parry these fucking UGs or whatever they're called? Let me know in the comments, man, if you have more information about this 12-year-old video game than me. The final note I have on the combat is Ripper mode. Basically, Raiden at some point in the story decides to let the animal inside out and fuck some shit up. You get super crazy damage until you run out of energy. But you are still vulnerable to attacks, so you gotta be careful not to waste it. This ability is busted if you know how to use it and manage this bar under your HP. I never got around to do it. I just raw dogged all the combat encounters because I am retarded. Alright, I think I covered everything, but I have to talk about the flaws because, well, I have to. This is a YouTube video. I seriously hate talking about the negative points of a game I love. I actually dislike talking shit about games in general because I like games. Like, the idea of an idiot like Luke Stevens who makes a living mostly talking about games in a negative light is alien to me. So I'm gonna cover the negatives quick and we's gonna move on. 1. The camera. Holy fucking shit, why is it so bad? If you don't give me enough control to use my own angle, then don't fuck it up yourself, game. 2. The QTEs are awesome, but the ones where you have to use the joystick are fucking busted. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Most of the times they don't. 3. Why the fuck isn't a void area like DMC where you can practice your moves? Like, you already have so many shit VR games, just make a goddamn void. 4. Fuck the blade mode in Armstrong's boss fight. You'll know once we move on. Alright, that's enough about the negatives and the combat in general. Let's move on with the story. Now, just give me a second. There we go. So the game takes place in the distant future of 2018. After the downfall of the Patriots, a secret society governing the world and funding different wars in many regions in order to destabilize those regions and empower the war economy. The world is now filled with cybernetically enhanced soldiers and private military companies, or PMCs for short. Raiden is a cyber ninja working for one of these PMCs called Maverick LLC, or Maverick Incorporated, or Maverick Fuck Your Mother, and they are hired by an African government in order to provide security and peace in the region, while escorting the prime minister of the country, which I can't find the name of. It's probably some made-up country like Ngumbukuntuntuntu. They get attacked by the forces of another PMC called Desperado. Some thick Brazilian samurai just cuts a random soldier in half and displays the most stupid and retarded shit-eating grin in the history of games. Raiden and company turn tail and run. But eventually the Prime Minister is kidnapped by the supposed leader of Desperado, Sundowner, this fucking bastard. Apparently he aims to kill the Prime Minister in order to destabilize the region and enable the war economy. Raiden chases them, but he's confronted by a mech giant called Metal Gear Ray. See? Metal Gear, name of the game. You might think that this whole franchise is based on giant... Whew, where's the gun? I want to kill myself. Oh, fuck you too. I want to fucking... You might think that this whole franchise is based on giant mech monsters like Pacific Rim or something, but you would be so fucking wrong. Technically, Metal Gear Ray is the tutorial boss fight. Most other action games would have been in the tutorial part of the game by this time, but not Metal Gear Rising. This game goes from 0 to 100,000 million in 1 second, and I love it. The spectacle, the cutscene. The scale in this game is insane. Like, if you're not into bombastic action such as this, first of all, you're gay. I'm obviously joking. Sorry about that. Why do I keep insulting my viewers? Like, I gotta stop that, man. I actually very much appreciate the fuck out of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that jazz. Thank you. Mwah. And second of all, just fucking look at this. How can you not love this? This is amazing. And it's gonna get far weirder and more bombastic than this. Just wait and see. By the way, there's something else I haven't mentioned yet, and that is the soundtrack. You'll know why in a sec. Just see.
Yes! Swinging wide open!
Fuck are you cleaning, Raiden? The blood? Yeah, there's no easy way to say this. The soundtrack of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, composed by Jamie Christopherson, is so fucking awesome that I want to gouge my ears out, give myself a lobotomy, install cybernetic ears, and listen to it again while blasting the volume so high that I have to replace my ears again. God, I fucking love the soundtrack. It is amazing. I must express my deepest apologies, dear viewers. I think I had a blackout. Metal Gear Rising does that to me sometimes. Moving on. After defeating Ray like Sunshine, we continue the chase for the Prime Minister. Oh my fucking god, why aren't you dead? Get fucked! Okay, is Raiden seriously running on missiles that are shot towards him? Somebody slap me. I want to know if I'm awake or not. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me just... That hurt. Why? No one is here to see me. Like, why the fuck did I just slap my... It hurts. Fuck your other arm, bitch. You are still not dead? I can't even... Stay down. Okay, after actually defeating Ray like Sunshine, we chase after Sundowner to rescue the Prime Minister. We hop on top of a train where Sundowner and the shit-eating grim guy, whose name is Jetstream Sam, are waiting for us, and Sundowner just straight up kills Obama. Like, why did you even kidnap him? Oh, never mind. Let's just fuck the thick Brazilian. Oh no. Okay, I'll go fuck myself then. Sam beats the shit out of Raiden, cuts his eye and arm, and just fucks off. Rest in peace, Obama, and fuck you for putting Iran under sanctions. A few weeks later, after getting another cybernetic upgrade and a metal jaw that's gonna endure the most damage, we are sent to another country where there's a military coup led by none other than Desperado enforcements. They aim to destabilize another region by funding this Russian guy called Andrei Dolzaev to take over the government or something, I don't know. After being deployed and mowing through our enemies using our upgraded body and painstakingly finishing a stealth segment, god, this stealth is so ass, we encountered the next boss fight of the game and another member of the Winds of Destruction, Blade Wolf. Winds of Destruction is the name given to the entourage of bosses in this game, just go with it, it sounds cool. This good boy is powered by an AI which was coded by Desperado, which makes him a bad boy. He's programmed to kill Raiden, and we gotta fight him. Usually it's the human who teaches tricks to the dog, but here, Blade Wolf will teach you how to parry, cause brother, if you can't parry, you ain't gonna beat this boss. Until this part of the game, there's a great chance that you haven't unlocked the dodge move, so you better learn to defend your sorry ass. After each phase, Blade Wolf fucks off and summons some goons to fight instead of him, because this is a game made in 2012. When he comes down from the ledge for the last time, that's when the music starts to have vocals. And it fucking rocks! This track is called I'm My Own Master Now. Each boss fight has a certain track dedicated to them, and the lyrics of those songs are about the bosses. For instance, this song is about breaking out of the chains of control, since Blade Wolf is an AI that is forced to obey Desperado's orders and has no free will of his own. Yet, all the other winds of destruction work for Desperado out of their own volition, but Blade Wolf does not. This song perfectly encapsulates his character. After being torn to pieces by Raiden, Blade Wolf gets reprogrammed by Raiden's ally, Doctor, to aid Raiden in his future missions. But at least he's got his own free will now, which is nice. Raiden pushes forward until he has to battle some helicopters and these annoying little shits. We reach the next wind of destruction, Mistral, the cold wind of France. If we want to capture Dolzaev, we gotta get through her first. Mistral was a child soldier similar to Raiden, but after killing her family's murderers, she simply realizes that she's good at killing people, but she's never had a worthy cause to fight for, until she met him. Spoilers, he refers to Armstrong. Her theme song, A Stranger I Remain, is all about how lost she felt until she found what she was looking for. But still, she's just a stranger who has found an even stranger war. After beating her, she's happy to know what it feels like to fight for a cause. We get her weapon and go to arrest Dolzaev, but he blows himself up for some stupid fucking reason. Fuck it, on to the next mission. Maverick gets intel about a secret Desperado lab in Mexico, where they conduct cybernetic research. Raiden is deployed to figure out what's going on there. Later on, he realizes that Desperado had been kidnapping children and doing illegal experiments on them. After rescuing one of those kids called George, he heads out to find the secret lab. Side note, fuck these enemies. Why was it so easier to kill this fucking giant robot than it was to beat these gorillas? Raiden finds a room and realizes the shocking truth that Desperado had been scooping out children's brains out in order to install them inside cyborg bodies and raise an army. Raiden saves the kids and brains and finds out the leader of Desperado, Sundowner, is actually working for Senator Armstrong. And Desperado actually works for another PMC called World Marshal. This PMC is actually backed by the US government and holds great power in the country. They are practically untouchable. Raiden can't attack I'm gonna call it WM from now on. World Marshal. Fuck this word. Raiden can't attack WM while working for Maverick. So he says, fuck it, quits Maverick, goes to Denver, the headquarters of WM alone, in order to stop their child trafficking operations. The whole city's police force is under contract with WM, so Raiden is public enemy number 1 there. Raiden got this philosophy of fighting which says, I gotta protect the weak or some shit. Every spine I surgically extract is for the greater good or whatever the fuck. But after meeting Jetstream Sam again, and somehow being able to hear the thought of the people he kills, he's distraught, to say the least. By the way, this part is unironically more impactful than the entirety of Last of Us Part 2 in terms of showing the player what a psychopath they are. But you literally can't do anything other than killing these goons. But there's a reason for that. After mowing down some more enemies, we face another wind of destruction, Monsoon.
When they grow up with a killing field. War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep in my psyche. This world and all its people are diseased. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. It's controlled by something greater. Memes. The DNA of the soul.
Actually, the word meme has another definition. This guy, show his face, editing Muzz. I don't remember him and I can't bother looking it up right now. Thank you very much, Muzz. Coined the term meme as a sort of cultural gene that humans carry and pass on when they die. If we just take a second to think about it, the memes we carry on are fucking psychotic. Not you, Marcus. Ranging from the famous isms like racism, sexism, etc., the way most of us think about important issues in our world is very fucked up. I might just make another video about Monsoon in the future. If you're interested, like, comment, subscribe, bitch, do all of that, thank you. But for now, we gotta move on. Raiden tells Doctor to turn off his pain inhibitors. He reverts back to his old alter ego, the raging and murdering lunatic called Jack the Ripper. And then another awesome track starts playing. This boss fight is insane. I know I say that a lot, but look at the game we're playing. If Blade Wolf taught us how to defend, this boss will definitely teach us how to parry. At some points in the fight, we are literally incapable of fighting him. And the music, oh my god, it's so good. Stains of Time is probably the most unhinged and crazy track in the OST, and it is so fitting to the character of Monsoon. The lyrics are again about the boss fight. I would say that Monsoon has the most valid reason among all the Winds of Destruction to be a cynical, egotistical maniac, because he was part of the Cambodian genocide, and these lyrics perfectly encapsulate his character. A nihilist who believes that people of the world are rotten in their cores, and the memes we pass on from generation to generation have brought nothing but hate, pain, and misery. I really like Monsoon. As I mentioned before, I might just make another video about him, but you know, who knows. After beating his ass, we finally enter WM's headquarters. Blah blah blah, killing stuff, blah blah blah, reaching the top floor, and there is Sundowner, the leader of the PMC.
Like I said, kids are cool, Jack. And I'm very in touch with my inner child.
Sundowner, aka the most progressive Trump supporter of all time, is a bitch. The reason he claims to be invincible is these fucking shields which blow up every time you hit them, and these motherfucking helicopters. The way to remove the shields is using blade mode and carefully align your blade in order to hit 3 spots at the same time, which is easier said than done if you are using mouse and keyboard. If you're using a controller, just quit the game, man. Just quit the game. Seriously, whoever thought of this idea has put about 2 minutes into actually balancing blade mode when you want to aim the sword. Wait, can you aim a sword? Like, what the fuck did I just say? But after getting rid of the shields, you just go to town on his bald ass and enjoy the gift of God that is the next track, Red Sun. Like, I can literally see his head. How the fuck is he speaking to me? I fucking love this game. It's so stupid. We realize through Sundowner's last words that something really bad is going to happen in 3 hours. It's going to happen in Pakistan, where the president of the US is having a peace summit or a meeting or whatever. WM is going to assassinate the president to jumpstart the next war on terror in the Middle East and everywhere in the world, probably. So much for enabling the war economy. Raiden goes back the exact way he came from Denver, finds a motorcycle and rides to the closest place where there's a jet fast enough to take him to Pakistan in less than 3 hours. On the way, we encounter Jetstream Sam, undoubtedly the best boss fight in the game. They argue a little bit about ideals or higher causes and whatever, and then the fight starts and oh my god, it's so good. But first, let's talk about Jetstream Sam. Samuel Rodriguez is a Brazilian mercenary working for WM Incorporated. His family line dates back to the Japanese samurai of old from the 16th century. His sword, Murasama, Clifford the Big Red Sword, is a family heirloom. And this mofo's shield is a literal fucking gun. When you shoot it, the sword comes out faster and Sam uses this to inflict super crazy damage. Look, The sheath of a sword has a gun. The sheath of a sword has a gun. Oh my god, it's so... What are Iranians doing in the video game industry? What? Blood of Mehran? I'm gonna go kill myself. Sam had a reputation for destroying many drug cartels back in South America, and that is why Armstrong decided to hire him. You can play the DLC if you want to know how that happened, but we ain't gonna cover that in this video, it's already too long. All you need to know is that unlike the other Winds of Destruction, Sam is not a raging fucking lunatic. He's got morals. That's why I like this fight, because it's the most zero bullshit fight in the game. No extra goons, no helicopters, no motherfucking dwarf geckos. Fuck, I hate them so much. It's just Raiden, Sam, the sunset, an honorable duel to the death over ideals. And also every other boss fight song starts having vocals midway through the fights. But the only thing I know for real, Jetstream Sam's theme song, starts with vocals from the get-go. And as you probably have guessed, it's a goddamn banger. Sam is the only boss fight that isn't turned into a million pieces by Raiden as a show of respect. And I like Blade Wolf's comment after the fight. He really cared for Sam in his artificial heart. After sheathing Murasama and giving it to Blade Wolf for safekeeping, we head for the airport. We scared the least horny Genshin Impact player and we see, I don't know, maybe a character from previous Metal Gear games. Honestly, don't know, don't care. We get on the jet and go to Pakistan. This final level is kinda, sorta short and meh. I guess the developers just wanted to finish the game. Kinda like how I just want to finish this fucking script. Jesus Christ, why did I take this long? We finally reached the final boss of the game. Senator Stephen Armstrong. How? Come here. How could this game pull off such a fantastic villain while not giving him any screen time besides the final moments of the game? How? I swear to God, man, these Japanese people are built different. Armstrong, who's got the same voice actor as Mimir and Nihilus and many other characters, is the most right-wing, Steven Crowder listening, blames everything on wokeness, my blood is red, white, and blue person in the whole world. Second only to Gypsy Crusader. His plan is to assassinate some American soldiers, not the president for some reason, in Pakistan in order to start another war on terror, cause it's good for business. Huh? Bro, like what the fuck is wrong with rich people? How much motherfucking money is enough money? Just retire! Play some college ball! You wanna start World War III just to improve business? What?
And then yada yada yada, he talks about how we're the sons of the Patriots now, whatever. Yeah, I know, my voice is different because I forgot to record this part. I completely forgot that there was a boss called Metal Gear Excelsus, and I wanted to ignore that and just, talk about Armstrong himself, but then the script didn't match, so I have to talk about Metal Gear now, but there is no script, that's why I'm talking out of my ass now, so just bear with me. So Armstrong just gets on this fucking big giant robot thing called Metal Gear Excelsus. Interesting notes about the fight. You can parry these attacks for some reason. And then later on at the end of the fight, you can rip off its arm and then have a sword fight with it. And every other game in the world is worse because they don't have this feature. Oh, and I forgot to talk about the soundtrack. The name of the song is, what was it? Collective Consciousness. It's a pretty banger song. It's about how we're all, fucking sheep. We're just consuming everything, and how we're slaves, and I have no idea why I'm speaking like this. It's a good song, go listen to it. Like any other hypocritical liar, he finally reveals his true intentions. He basically wants to shred America down to its last atom and start again. A world where only the strong can survive by preying on the weak. Considering how that ideology directly opposes Raiden's, they will fight to the death.
Don't fuck with this, Senator!
Armstrong beats the shit out of Raiden cause nanomachine, son, and snaps his knife in half. Then we witness one of the most memed part of the games, where Raiden continuously punches Armstrong, but he doesn't even phase like the Giga Chat that he is. That's when Blade Wolf comes to our aid and throws us Clifford the Big Red Sword. I don't even know what that name references to, I just love Maxor's videos. Apparently Sam was always doubtful about the reason he joined WM, so he left it to fate and a duel to the death with Raiden. He wanted him to have his sword when he needed it the most, after getting beaten in the duel. Truly the Giga Chattest Brazilian I have ever seen. Raiden gives a monologue about how his sword is a tool of justice and is used to protect the weak, but this isn't his sword. You might find this corny, but I find it pretty fucking badass, not gonna lie. With that out of the way, the final boss of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance begins. Like, this fight is hard. Like, yeah, so remember when I told you this playthrough is on hard, and how blade mode sucks ass in Armstrong's fight? And also I had no healing items, so a few hits meant...
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden!
Armstrong is just built different, man. He's basically Hulk. Or Red Hulk, since he's a politician. Was Harrison Ford a politician in that movie? I don't know. Didn't watch that shit. Never will. After surviving the fight until his health passes 160, he jumps on a platform and throws some bullshit at Raiden, which you have to slice using blade mode. Two big problems here. First, it's really hard to aim a sword with mouse and keyboard, let alone a controller. It baffles me how the developers didn't polish the controls of blade mode and how you only need to do this twice in the game, and the game doesn't even tell you how to do it. Second, without upgrading Murasama, you only have a few seconds to aim the sword, and it's the first time you are using the sword, so you aren't even able to upgrade it. Thank you, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. But other than that, the fight is pretty fucking good. And the music, the final piece of this album, is great at conveying the contrast and also similarities between Raiden and Armstrong. I don't think I can play the song without getting copyright striked, so here are the lyrics. Standing here, I realize you were just like me trying to make history. But who's to judge the right from wrong? When our guard is down, I think we'll both agree that violence breeds violence. But in the end, it has to be this way. I've carved my own path, you followed your wrath, but maybe we're both the same. The world has turned, and so many have burned, but nobody is to blame. Yet staring across this barren wasteland land, I feel new life will be born beneath the blood-stained sand. We finally put an end to World Marshal and Armstrong's evil plans. I could finally say World Marshal correctly. Thank you. Even though the status quo in terms of war will go on and war will continue to go on as an institution, the war on terror has not stopped. But at least the scooped out brains of those poor orphans will not be wasted. They will be inserted into cyborg bodies and work for Maverick. Voluntarily, of course. They even employed George, the kid Raiden saved in the sewers. That's nice. But what became of Raiden? Well, he continues to fight the forces of World Marshal around the world. The fight is done, but the war is far from over. We will follow Raiden's story in the sequel of the game, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Fuck you, Konami! So I didn't feel like ending the video here, so here are a few final words about the game. Even though the gameplay is clunky at times and not as smooth as an experience as a DMC game, and despite its few problems in the gameplay department and the over-the-top presentation of the story and the set pieces, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is one hell of a game. It is a bombastic, overly dramatic character action game which offers some deep psychological lessons about war and politics, if you care enough to look into it. And the soundtrack, oh my god, it might be the best OST in the history of gaming. Yeah, I said it. The keyword here is might. There's no dud in the album, it's just banger after banger. I so recommend listening to it if you don't want to play the game, which you should. Anyway, that was my 2 cents on Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Thank you so very much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. I love you all. And never forget the